Hello and welcome to 3D Motivation. I am Cheryl Lacey Donovan, your host, and this is part of the D Suite. And we are excited that you decided to join us here on today. We want to remind you that you can come out and join me or connect with me on Facebook at Cheryl Lacey Donovan. You can also connect with me on Twitter and Instagram at Cheryl Speaks Now, or visit the website at CherylSpeaks.org. Also, we want to invite you to listen live to the D Suite on Rhema Gospel Radio every Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can listen by computer at RhemaGospelRadio.com, or you can download the Rhema Gospel Radio app at your Apple iTunes Store or your Google Play Store, or you can do what we love for you to do, which is to call in live 346-314-4119, 346-314-4119, and join in on the live narrative. Again, this is the 3D Motivation, where we come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and try to bring you a word of empowerment and encouragement to help you to empower yourself. So without any further ado, we're going to jump straight into what today's word of encouragement is all about. And it is all about accepting yourself for who you are, accepting yourself for who you are. And I want to put out there this disclaimer. We all know those people who have some ways that are not quite lovable. And the first thing that they want to tell you is that this is just who I am. So I just want to let you know that we're not talking about those things that can be changed, because some things can be changed. It may be who you are today, but it doesn't have to be who you are tomorrow. There are some things that you can do to better yourself and improve yourself with some of those weaknesses that can be opportunities for improvement. So I wanted to put that out there before we even get started. But when we're talking about accepting ourselves and accepting our situations, accepting ourselves and our situations, sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do, because we tend to be more accepting of other people's mistakes than we are of our own. We are very, very hard on ourselves. And I just want to say to you, as I even encourage myself in this area, stop being so hard on yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. The other people are not any better than you are. We were all created with a unique set of talents that nobody else has, and we all make mistakes. We are humans. So we have to learn how to become more accepting of ourselves and more loving of ourselves for the people that God has created us to be. And when we do that, it's going to lead us to a happier and more fulfilling life. So we have to learn how to accept ourselves and who God has created us to be. That doesn't mean that we're not going to try to improve, but it does mean that we're going to work with those things about ourselves that are good things, and then work on the opportunities with our weaknesses. So I have about 7 techniques that we can use to help us to better accept ourselves. And the first one is to focus on our positive qualities. Focus on our positive qualities. Self-improvement is a good thing. It's important. It's something that we all want to do, but we do already have some positive qualities. So rather than concentrating on those negative things, on the things that we don't like about ourselves, we need to begin focusing on the positive things. Because what happens is, when we're thinking about those things in a negative way, we eventually begin to speak those things and put them into the atmosphere. And when we put them in the atmosphere, we act on them, and then they become a part of our character. So why not make the positive things a permanent part of our character, as opposed as the negative things, and then work on those things about ourselves that are negative? So the first thing is focus on your positive qualities. Number 2, consciously prevent negative thinking patterns. Prevent negative thinking patterns. Push those negative thoughts aside and replace them with something positive. And as you may know by now, we have Affirmations Wednesday. So we do believe in affirmations, speaking positive things. We have the power of life and death in our tongues, and we can speak some things into existence if we just take the time and are intentional about doing so. When you believe in yourself, you can do it. It's just that simple. Write down those affirmations, listen to the ones on Wednesday, do the self-reflection questions, and you'll soon begin to see how you can change your entire outlook on life, because it's not about what other people do to you. It's about how you respond to those things. And when you have a more positive outlook and a more positive thinking pattern, then those things are not quite as bad as they may seem. So consciously prevent negative thinking patterns. Number three, accept your imperfections. And yes, we are all imperfect. We are perfectly imperfect. None of us is perfect. And we have to get to the point where we recognize that and understand that there are just some things that we absolutely cannot change. And it's okay. When you begin to accept those imperfections about yourself, your best life can start. Number four, use positive self talk. Positive self talk. Um, the positive self-talk is just so important. It can help you achieve some great things. It can also change the way you think about yourself. When you make a point to give sincere compliments to yourself, it's amazing what that can do. You tell yourself, girl, you did that right there. You did that thing. You made that thing happen. You made that thing work. It seemed like it was impossible, but with you and God, it actually happened. So don't forget to talk positively about yourself. It's great to sow those positive words into other people, but every now and then you need to do it for yourself and make it a habit. We're not talking about being narcissistic or conceited. We're just talking about, giving yourself your just due. When you do something well, make sure that you remind yourself of how well you did it. Use positive self-talk. Number five, disregard what other people might think about your decisions. Disregard what other people might think about your decisions. Now, I'm not talking about, if you're standing on the ledge, getting ready to jump off the ledge, and somebody is telling you don't jump off the ledge, then don't do that. Don't do that. We're not talking about that kind of disregard, but we're talking about a few episodes ago when we were talking about knowing your values and being able to prioritize them. Let's say you're being offered a brand new job, a brand new position, or perhaps you're being offered a promotion, and you know that on your list of values, your family is in the top three, right? Wealth is maybe in the bottom three. Maybe that's around 8, 9, or 10, right? And you offer this promotion, but this promotion is going to cause you to not be able to spend time with your family. So now your decision really should be clear. If family is in my top three and wealth is down in my bottom 10, say 8, 9, and 10, then perhaps I need to tell them no in this situation. If I want to really be true to myself. Now, if you don't want to be true to yourself and what you said are your priorities, then you'll tell them yes. But if your priority is your family and spending time with them and being able to be there for them and create memories as opposed to monetary things, then perhaps that's one of the times we need to say no. So disregard what other people might think about your decision. Other people might say, "Oh my God, you passed up that opportunity. You passed up that money. You passed up the dollars. You passed up your coins." Well, yeah, I did, because guess what? In my value system, my family is more important. I want them to know how valuable they are to me. So disregard what other people might think about your decisions. Number six, avoid worrying. And we've heard it before. If you're going to pray, don't worry. If you're going to worry, don't pray. Because worrying never helps the situation. What you end up doing is wasting a lot of time, and you start getting caught up in a lot of fear. When what you really should be doing is taking action to do what you can to make the situation better. And if it's nothing else that you can do to change it, then you just need to move forward in other ways. You face it, there are really some things that you cannot change. The serenity prayer reminds us, Lord, it helped me to accept the things that I cannot change. Give me the courage to change the things that I can. And then God, give me the wisdom to know the difference. And that is the key. How do we know the difference? We need to know the difference. If we cannot change it, and one of those things that we cannot change is other people. We have to get to the point where we recognize that they have to want to change themselves and to do different and do better for themselves. But if we cannot change it, we need to find out how we can move forward in other ways. So number six, avoid worrying. And then number seven, try your best and accept that you've done what you could. If you've done your best, and we talked about that in the affirmation on Wednesday, if you've done your best and you're doing your best every day, then you can be proud of yourself for your efforts. Stop, dibbling and dabbling in those negative thoughts. Stop being angry at yourself. Listen, if you've done your best, that's all that you can do, even if you don't accomplish it. Now, if you didn't do your best, then what you need to do is find a way to forgive yourself. You forgive other people, you can forgive yourself. Then move on and commit to trying harder the next time. So learn to forgive yourself if you didn't do your best, and then do everything that you can moving forward to do your best. So the bottom line is that when you change the way that you think about yourself, then you can also change the way that you see the world. The world looks a whole lot different. Your outlook is a lot more optimistic because of the way that you think about yourself. You accept yourself for who you are. Every day opens up with new opportunities. The Bible reminds us that God gives us new mercies each and every day. Take advantage of those new mercies and those new opportunities. Utilize your positive thinking and make a real difference in the world. Be the change that you want to see. I hope that this has been as empowering for you as it has been for me. Trust that most of the time that I'm on here, it's also about encouraging myself to do better as well. And just again, a reminder, go out and buy a copy of the new book, Can I Be Me? Living Authentically in Purpose on Purpose. Don't forget to send me a message on any of the social media or on my email, Cheryl@CherylSpeaks.org. If you want to find out more about the group coaching sessions, the take-home study course, or anything that we're doing with regards to living authentically, go to my website, CherylSpeaks.org. Connect with me on Facebook at Cheryl Lacey Donovan or on Twitter and Instagram at Cheryl Speak Now. And don't forget, we've invited you to come out and listen to us live on Rhema Gospel Radio at the D Suite, where we're delivering purpose, we're delivering vision, and we're delivering legacy, one person at a time. Again, I want to send out shout outs to David E. Maxwell for our background music, Exaltation. He is awesome. Go out and find him on Facebook, David E. Maxwell, if you need some beats or some background music. He does an excellent, excellent job. And as always, we want to remind you that God can do exceedingly and abundantly more than you could ever ask or think, according to what worketh on the inside of you. Be blessed.